ready to get this one started. Jamie Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He runs with it. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
This one complete to Bateman. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his 2nd year under center. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the first down pass. They give him another opportunity through the air on 2nd, And it gets even worse. If they can't protect the quarterback and they can't get him some easy completions, it just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. On play action, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Jackson out of the pistol. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he will score. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. They'll start this one with a three tight end look. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna go right back to Henry. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Texans offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Stroud. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down. He'll go play action with Stroud. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry, and he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 10-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley. Jackson now on 2nd down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will open up a 13-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Stroud to the left side and caught by Schultz. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans are on the board. It's now 13-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
3rd and long. Jackson now. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Well, calling play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice. I mean, I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
Here's the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Christian Harris there on the stop. 2nd and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Second down. Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Third and long for Jackson. Quickly out wide, he'll get it to Hopkins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 29. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Jackson up top again. Now a loose football. The Texans have it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
The Texans offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now he takes off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll try and get there on the ground. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Stroud. Along the sideline, Kirk pulls it in. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Ka'imi Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Texans are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The kick is good. What a turn of events at the end of the half. They will take a 1-point lead into the locker room.
It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime.
Certainly a tightly
this has been as much
first
fun
half,
as you could hope for with both these teams
here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action. Stroud. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Stroud gives it to Pierce. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Now he'll run.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them,
to the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
Great read by the quarterback there, Mike. You can see just as he puts the ball in the belly of the running back, his eyes are on that defender. And when he goes after the runner, he pulls it, and he has nothing but green grass, and he picks up a big gain.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got it at the 7. He is in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Now, faking the give. Looking free downfield. It's Kirk. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Stroud. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
Back to throw, Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. He keeps it himself. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Pierce. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll try to run for it.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the handoff, it's Henry. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, Jackson. Open man is Hopkins. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. That's on the big man, Cam Robinson. Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
From the gun, here's Stroud. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk. On 2nd down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Mixon, and he will score. Game on. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps draw even in this one.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The home team's offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here is 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Stroud. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Kirk is the motion man. On 1st down, it's Stroud. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Now Stroud. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. 2nd down, goal to go. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.